So I was just telling the guys here that today
you can listen to.
I guess we'll let you guys in on this. I had something today that I don't think I've really ever had. I had a headache.
Ever in life.
That's crazy.
But I've had headaches like when I got like a sinus infection or stuff like that. But like today, just randomly, I just had a headache.
I don't normally get headaches, but in the last like 2 years, I've started getting regular headaches that aren't like compounded really with any other symptoms.
Yeah.
Weird.
That was like what today was. It's just a headache.
Are you getting good sleep?
I'm not. I think the last 4 nights I've not been sleeping well.
Really?
Well, it's because you're laying out on one of them twin beds. Those will kill you.
It's a twin XL.
Would you fickle the freaking logo,
Fickle
all right?
This for fickle, huh?
That's not fickle enough for me, all right?
Watch the last episode.
Watch the last episode.
I'm making a
sandwich.
here. Let me make my sandwich. I got a couple pots and pans I could use as a drum set.
These guys have TikTok accent.
What's this?
Vin says these guys have TikTok accent. So guess what? For this whole episode, we're going to be talking in random accents.
You guys never know when we are going to switch up accents just like this. I might be talking like this, and then I might be talking like this.
I was doing the like clock, you know, like the bird.
I was gonna keep going with.
Okay, let's try to do like the pinnacle of like a TikTok podcast, like what you'd see on a podcast clip accent and stuff.
Did you see that new Avengers movie?
I did.
That new
I
trailer
actually
that just
did.
came out.
And I, not to be contrarian, but guys, I think it's actually gonna be kind of good.
No way, bro. No way.
They brought back the
There was
old
an
X-Men.
There was an ad, and it was on IMDb, and I saw this the other day.
You're kidding.
Nope. And it said 50% of people by the end of their life will get fickled.
Did
They need
you
to make a movie
know
about
Helen
that.
Keller was blind?
And racist.
Watch it full episode.
No, she wasn't racist. She was a racist. She was
Cancel Helen Keller.
deaf, not racist. Why did I say racist?
I tell you
Cancel
what,
her.
believe what they tell you, that could see color.
That's a good place.
Wait. Can we roll the intro again?
Why?
Just a double intro.
Well, yeah, like you already played the intro, but can we just play a little taste of the
So,
intro?
you know
ever
what's
since
funny?
your little
Play the Will
sermon
Shot clip.
power trip you've been taking, you just want to get meta with everything,
I
don't
do.
you?
I can't wait for us to have ads, because when we had ads with our last podcast that nobody listened to, that was just audio, we were brutal with those ads. We would roll the intro and then be like, okay, let's roll an ad. Like right away. Like
Yeah, we're making money off of that.
What?
We're making money off of that.
I made $5.
That's
Of that.
pretty decent. You made $5.
Siege, I can buy you a cowtail.
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
owe you
Or
about
McDonald's.
$2 from that for royalties. I'm sorry about that.
I'll take 140.
All right. If you
Couldn't be a
can
deal,
spin
dude.
it, if you can spin it,
Roll the
that
Will
would
Shot clip.
definitely help the
I'll
production
invest,
of this.
I'll invest the rest in this production.
Yeah, buy some Dogecoin or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I just want a little.
Should we launch our own coin?
What's the
Yes.
coin called?
Let me call it the Min coin.
Boom coin.
Boom
Every
coin.
time you buy it, you just hear, oh! When the coin crashes.
When the coin crashes. And
I
then,
feel like Minlu would be a very good like
Ad-lib.
Mortal Kombat sound effects guy.
Wow.
Like if the guy gets hit,
so here's a fun segment. The next 20 seconds are just going to be Min doing fighting sounds, and if you're making a video game, feel free to cut and clip these and use them.
free sound pack.
Let's try to be as quiet as possible
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
Go for it.
Respect Min's privacy at this time.
You feel free to cut this part
Yeah.
for your own use.
Min,
Three,
just whenever you're
2,
ready, buddy.
1. I'm scared.
Someone's actually going to use that someday.
That was
Someone
good.
actually is going
Man,
to,
I want
whether
you-
it's a year from now or it's 300, someone's
They
going to
will.
find
They will
that. And they're
find
going to be
that
like,
clip.
that sound bite
That's
is
exactly
perfect.
what
So,
I
Min,
need.
you know in Mortal Kombat when like the characters walk out there, they have like a quip?
Like a intro?
Yeah,
yeah,
give
what
me
are you
like
gonna
2
say?
intros, 2
Yeah.
quips, like some cool guy quips.
You want some?
in you.
Okay, I got one for Cjo. Challenge. Okay. Cjo, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, is the master of Foley. Very good at sound effects.
I'm pretty good at Foley.
So I'm gonna give you a scene,
I'm pretty good at Foley.
and you have to only make the sound effects with your mouth of the scene.
Okay.
It's like a
Oh, so
beatboxer.
you act it out, and I'll try to like do it with my mouth.
No, you get to act it out. You act it out and make the noise like as
you want me
go.
to edit it?
No, like with your mouth. Like you just make the noise
like
with your
as
mouth.
I'm doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Just like that.
And here's a scene.
Okay.
You are in the kitchen, preparing a glass of milk with a bag of chips and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
A glass of milk with a bag of chips
Yep.
and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yep. All on a plate.
On a plate.
Yep.
Okay.
Just keep everything up there, huh?
I don't even know what you're doing.
I'm pulling out the bread. You know, the twist tie.
Oh yeah.
It's real quiet, the bread.
Yeah.
Make the sound of point. No, you gotta put the clip back on with the sound.
All right.
It's pretty good. That is really good.
I just threw it away.
Yeah.
Screw you.
'Cause it's done.
Just watching me do this. You just don't care. You want this content. You love it.
You love it, don't you?
Ooh, sharpening
I'm
it.
sharpening it.
Yeah.
I'm sharpening it. That's some thick peanut butter.
Some dripped off onto the table.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to get the peanut butter and just... All right. And then the jelly. Oh, got to wash this off.
Yep.
It's spraying at you.
Oh no, there's rats in the sink
Oh,
too.
it's broken. Oh, no, there's wets everywhere in the rat.
Oh, no.
What the...
An elderly clown just came back from the water park. He's pulling your pants down. In the Russian accent.
Oh no,
Quick, grab
there's a
the
large
milk.
Russian lady. She's pulling your pants down.
Excuse me.
Vince Vaughn and Justin Warner are there.
All together in one. Here, see. All right, on this side is the Joker.
Okay.
On this side is Chuck Case.
Okay.
Ready?
Hey, it's me, the Joker, baby.
Which Joker? Can you give me?
Like those really bad impressions you see on
Like-
Instagram Reels.
Are the cartoon ones or the Dark
No.
Knight?
I'll do the worst possible Joker.
Okay.
It's me, the Joker, baby. Do you like me? It's me, the Joker, baby. It's I'm the Joker and I'm playing drums.
Joker played drums. That's a classic Joker line.
Drum
He
case.
always says that.
If drum case and the Joker were to be combined, that's
All right, so
what he would say.
Someone give me one of the.
All right. On this side is Marty Charlotte.
Tell him who Marty Charlotte is.
He's one of our band members.
Yep.
Yeah, he's our sax player for Boomin'.
Yep, but you have to send it. Yeah, the impression is as if it's a super grainy, poorly pixelated phone video version of Marty Charlotte. And on the other side is Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Oh no.
Marty Charlotte, I'm gonna play this sax.
Why is he joking? Why is he joking?
Because the reception's so bad.
In my place is a sex, and that's all kind of what I see. Easy. What are you talking?
All right, Min, ready? Jack,
No!
give Min two of them.
He's gonna perform the worst out of all of us. He's not a performer like us. Let's be
I'm not
honest.
like a performer
he's
like you guys.
he's a camera guy.
Camera guy.
Man, you're a great performer. Don't let Steve tear you down.
Okay,
Just
man.
wait for that Japanese game
Someone's
show.
got to tell you, man. Someone's.
Yeah, the Japanese game show episode.
Just
Did we talk about that on here yet?
I
like
think we
a couple
did.
of times.
Well, we should talk it about again so you can name that this episode.
Yeah,
like
let's
our failed LMB episode ideas or something like
Oh,
that.
let's do that. Yeah.
Our TV episodes that didn't air.
Well, let's come up with a title for this episode right now because I always struggle with coming up.
Yeah,
with
so I mean, if
titles.
we talk about it, then we can
Oh,
do
I
that.
see what you're talking
Yeah.
about. So
Our failed bits.
Huh?
Isn't it funny?
dead
how-
air. Sorry, what?
It's not even going in the air.
Yeah, let's talk about failed bits. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Oh.
bits
Like
that,
that
or
boom.
bits that haven't made the cut.
Haven't made the cut,
that
or
didn't make the
bits
cut.
that made the cut and failed. Which one?
Haven't made the
It
cut.
could
Like
either-
ideas
it could
we've
be
had.
either or.
Sure.
All right, Eddie.
Well, I still want to do this, but like a Japanese game show, if Min is the host.
Well, that's what I was gonna
We're
say.
still planning
That's
on
what
it.
I was gonna.
Yeah, as I was.
Okay, well then, Jack, fill him in.
Yeah.
All right. So we had an idea for one of our episodes to do. You know, Japanese game shows. The whole shtick of them is they're crazy. A lot of like wild graphics, a lot of yelling. The games
The
are just
games are insane.
nuts.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to do an LNB Japanese game show where basically we just play the wildest game ever, and then we have Min Lu be the host of it.
Okay. Do you want I'm just wondering did we talk about do you want the show that segment to have a Japanese language?
Well, we were thinking we do it for an entire episode.
Okay. But in a different language?
How?
No, we were not.
That's
We're just gonna do it for a segment.
Just a segment, yeah.
Yeah, I
did
think
for
we're
an
talking about
entire
doing a
episode.
segment at the
What if we did it for an entire episode?
That
I could
would
do
be
it.
an insane shtick.
I could
Yeah,
do
like
it. It just
that'd be
a lot of
crazy.
stress.
There'd be a lot of yelling from Min Lu.
It would be
a lot of
yelling.
accents.
Yes.
Here, man, do it. Like, say we're on the first game.
Shoot, guys, I'm gonna get canceled right now.
You're literally.
That's okay. You do it, and then I'll
we
do it
would
after.
get canceled if we did it. What are you talking about? You're
Well,
the only
Jack will
person.
take the bullet
Yeah,
for
you
you.
do it, and then I'll do it right after, so that if anyone gets
Hello,
canceled.
everybody. Okay. Hello.
He's getting it.
He's got to work on the accent. This kid's got to work on the accent. You got to work on the accent.
He's method
I
I'm
acting.
making a
lost
joke. I'm making a
I
joke.
think I
Man,
lost.
did you lose it?
Hello,
You
everybody.
anything anymore.
Welcome
You
to
can't
the game show. Game show come. Best impression.
All right, give us an impression.
Do an impression of Justin Warner and Vince Vaughn all together.
That was so good.
Reek, you go next.
Man, you're gonna kill it. That was
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Oh, and then at the end you gotta go. Stop.
But did you? I remember Jackie telling me you want to do it in a different language though for a segment though.
Yeah, I think we were thinking about doing
Yeah,
that whole
the actual
thing
Japanese
in
language.
Japanese. Yeah.
That'd be
Well,
very hard.
it would take some effort, right?
takes
Because
a
we
lot.
would
Man,
need
you know a little bit of.
to know
yeah,
Japanese.
I know a little bit of Japanese.
Can you speak fluent Korean?
No,
No.
no.
Can you speak fluent anything other than English?
Because your parents can.
My parents can. Yeah. I can't really speak
Can
fluently.
you get your dad
I
on the
can
show?
Where are
get
your
the-
parents from?
Vietnam.
Cool.
I couldn't speak to the point of a good conversation. I can speak oh, I want where to get navigation, or can I get this certain food, or where's the
Basics.
bathroom? Yeah, just
Basics.
Yeah.
Are they picking up English good?
My parents think they can't, but they can.
So like,
Yeah,
My dad's
Everybody.
been here long enough, so I guess he get the basics a little bit.
and what's your guys' communication style? Because you're fully American.
I'm a fully American.
English, you know.
So my dad speaks to me in English, and I talk
Pretty
to him.
good, or is it kind of broken?
Pretty good.
Ah.
I talk to him because he has friends. He has other friends who can speak English. I talk to my mom a little bit of English and a little bit of Vietnamese, and my mom speaks to me in full Vietnamese. Did you
He's
do
just
something
doing the
racist?
clown bit
No,
again.
that's the clown bit from the last episode.
Okay, so how about
Jack
this?
looked at me. I can't. I'm sorry.
That was good.
Sorry. No,
yeah.
that's cool.
I think that's really fascinating.
I wouldn't try that.
I think that's really I think that's really fascinating though, Minlu.
Yeah, but I understand a little bit Korean. I understand a little bit of Japanese.
But mostly Vietnamese.
Mostly Vietnamese. Yeah.
Vietnamese.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
When did your parents move to America?
My dad came here 1980s, and my mom came here 2000.
Wow.
So a year before I was born.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 2001? You were born in 2001?
Yeah. Didn't I tell you guys?
I knew I was older than you, but
I think it was crazy that Jack was born 2000. Like, you don't look like you're born.
I was born in 2001.
2001.
Wait, really?
Yes. Were you just about to tell him no you weren't?
No, you were not.
No you weren't. I've seen your birth certificate.
I saw.
I was there.
What month did you were born?
January 2001.
Oh,
month were you born?
You're early birth. Okay.
Yep.
Wait, so what does that make you? You're a Pisces. What is
I'm a.
that? Sagittarius. I don't know
You're
the Aries.
Astrology?
I don't know.
What's your astrology?
I think they have it
What's
on.
your sign?
Candy corn.
They have it
Apple.
on,
Candy apple?
Snapchat, I think.
I'm a Leo.
I'm a Gemini.
It's a lion.
Oh, it's a lion.
Gemini. That
Mine
makes
is a Capri
that-
Sun.
What does a Gemini mean?
I'm like
That
Scorpio.
makes a lot of
I
sense
heard
that you're a
Scorpio
what
Gemini.
does
is
that
bad.
mean?
You're a wild card, bro.
You're an ass, is what it means.
You're gonna hate to hear this, but Kendrick's a Gemini.
Oh yeah, see, well,
And
I looked at your
honestly-
sign and it said that you are.
I was gonna
nifty.
compliment you because I was gonna say you're a lot like Kendrick. I don't think you'd like to admit that, but I think you'd be very innovative.
They're not
if,
like
if
us.
you had the.
See, I got it.
Yeah, he's basically black.
You know, people tell me that I've got a very strong resemblance to a famous actor known as Chris Rock.
Yeah, actually, there's an old podcast episode where Jack goes, "So actually, I'm black." In like small YouTube channels talk back when it was no video.
They couldn't put a face
tell.
of the voice.
You couldn't tell.
They couldn't tell. How would they know if we're being racist?
How could they know if I had swastikas hanging up in my room?
How could they? Now they can tell.
Now
Unless
they
you're
can tell.
watching on Spotify.
We don't film it in my house anyways.
Which
so-
apparently nobody
See,
watches on Spotify, so we don't got to worry about that.
You don't gotta worry about
See,
it.
you haven't shown them the other side of this room that you've set up.
Oh yeah, should we fourth wall break?
That's a big banner you've got behind that camera.
Don't start.
right behind
Don't
the
start.
camera.
I'll pull out my phone and I'll film us and I'll film the background because
He did it before. He did it.
We're not doing this anymore. I acknowledge that these were jokes a few episodes back, so these are
just out of
jokes.
frame, right?
Please know that these are jokes.
Oh, there's dangling.
How can you tell? Slick trigger. No, see,
Eddie,
no,
your
no,
turn.
Wait, do the seeds shooting someone?
I remember,
It's not like that. I was not that
I
dramatic.
remember you guys doing that in the car while we're driving back from Rapid City.
Oh yeah. Guys, we're doing the crazy ways to kill someone with tiny objects. So like, Jack, show how you kill someone with your
Oh
phone.
yeah. So like, if you like kill somebody like this.
So for our audio listeners, he is just messing around with his phone and doing like little John Wick type crap, and then like fake beating up his brother. Comedy, honestly, hilarious.
Now Eddie
you
has
guys did
to
that
do it
with
with
Three
my bare
Stooges
hands.
And now do it with
No,
the
you have to do it
microphone.
with the fickle.
Okay. Put it out to me.
This same bit that we've done where you like stick your hand up them and then you turn them into a puppet. What is this? Where you to make a human person a puppet?
That's messed up.
So messed up. There we go. I don't know.
Yeah, and then they're like,
Okay, what other
Might as well be Mortal Kombat. At
what
this
other
point.
failed segments you guys?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I think this is whole podcast.
Well, now we got a fickle with us again.
There. Sage, why don't you call your fickle guy and get him in there? You can tap into that budget. can't
Actually,
you?
I had to fire my fickling guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was from out of state.
Where,
He was fickling off work.
We're saving up budget on season 3 of Late Night Movement, which was a topic we were going to talk about last episode, and we never got
We
back
never got
around
to
to
it.
talking about it.
We're saving up for our feature.
For the very end. The very end. We have 10 minutes left of this podcast, guys.
Okay,
let's
let's
talk about
Guys, if
season
you've made
3.
it this far,
Congratulations.
Is it happening? Is season 3 happening?
That is a very great question.
That's the question.
Yeah,
That's the question.
The question that we are having to see. What direction, we must ask, is social media going?
What direction, we must ask,
To be honest, we have
is
no
Bada
idea.
Boom Studios
We have
going?
no idea.
We don't know.
We must ask ourselves.
Crazy how it gets so serious.
I know.
From a moment that was
I'm
insanely
deep
goofy.
in introspective thought.
We must ask ourselves if a season 3 could happen, how could it be profitable and be sustainable? So that is the spot that we are in right now. It must make sense on all fronts because we don't want to end up in the same spot at the end of season 3 that we ended up at the end of season 2.
We're at right now, actually.
Where it's just flat even, basically.
We're flat.
Yep.
It's just it's like
Flat.
in the it's hard to gauge success monetarily for us at the moment because there hasn't been much gained from that. But if you were to say for experience, obviously we've gained a ton of experience.
I agree. Yeah.
In terms of credibility, we've gained a lot more credibility. The fact that we've made this TV show and the fact that we kept it going, the fact that we did more than just the pilot episode, that we pushed past that and did a full season, the fact that we pushed past one season and we did a second one, and we did it more efficiently and better somehow.
With a full cast of kids for one of them.
And we ended season 1 in the negative, if I'm remembering. But we
Pretty
ended
far in the
season 2 a bit close. Was it still in the negative, or was it
under even?
just under? So still barely.
Just a few thousand
So
under
it's
even.
Slowly going up.
Here, let me invest that 2,000 to make it split.
Yes. Minlu can cover it.
So this is where we sit right now as young creatives. For any other young creatives watching, I'm so sorry you had to sit through some crazy wild crap. This is what we get up to when we're not
we have
when we're not
ADHD.
productive.
We have ADHD.
But we're not serious people, but we are serious people, I swear. We have a TV show. We have a TV
Somehow.
show.
Believe it or
Somehow.
not. How'd they give that to us?
I don't know.
This is what we like it now in public, guys.
Yes.
But
Kinda.
we've had this TV show for about 2 seasons now. We've been doing it for almost
4 years.
4 years.
Well, if we count since USF.
If you count since USF,
That counts.
For us, 4 years.
Yeah.
For you, with
1
us,
year or 1 year and a half.
Two.
Man, we'll give
Doing
you
it for a
two.
while, Minlu.
Yeah.
About
2.
3 years. I just had a 3-year
3
memory for
almost.
the Mayor Paul episode pop up.
Oh my
Was it
gosh,
3
yeah,
years?
it
Oh,
might be
shoot.
3 years.
Oh, man.
We're coming up.
Man,
Yeah, it
I've
is
known
3
you for
years.
3 years.
That's crazy.
You're my special boy.
Yeah.
So we've made it
We've
this
gotten
far.
closer at season 2.
Yeah.
We made it this far, and honestly, it has gone really great for us. And we've always had this problem of having really high expectations and not being able to temper them. We can't. Not being able to temper our expectations, and still great things happen, but I mean, again, I don't know how many times I've said it. I've been re-listening to our old podcast, and our expectations back then were crazy high.
Did you just start from the beginning and go, or did you pick?
Yeah, I started from the beginning. and
Whoa.
yeah.
What were the expectations back then?
Yeah.
Dude, we thought, well, of course, this is 2020. This is before COVID. We even knew
This is
about
before a lot
COVID.
of the technology in the
we-
world and entertainment industry changed.
We planned to make 2 features that summer.
2 features.
In 2020.
Yeah.
We were
That's
gonna
crazy.
do- yeah.
That's we were gonna do one of ours and one of yours,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
What was yours called?
That was, we were going to do Reality Bleeding
That's
before
right.
Shoreline.
we were going to do Shoreline first and then Reality Bleeding.
That's right. I
Yeah.
remember that.
But that was before Reality Bleeding has since grown in story and the grand story is now like 4 movies. If I can even make that happen, and by the time I'm 80, I'm gonna be Coppola, out there selling wineries so I can make my movies. Anyways, because I'm gonna have wineries when I'm 80. No, it's just
You've always
like
been a big winery guy.
Here we go. Here we go
I'm
again.
a massive
We're getting off
winery
topic.
guy.
You love owning wineries.
Here we go.
I'm like, obviously we always have these great expectations. We need to get better at tempering our expectations, but at the same time, we need to still have high hopes.
Well, the problem is we're very bipolar with it. You know what I mean? Like we set super high expectations, or when we reach really good goals and we get super down on ourselves, like we could have been better.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we do that.
Like
I
I don't think we give ourselves enough credit sometimes.
Yeah.
As
For sure.
terrible
For a
as it
small team
sounds.
we have.
Yeah,
We
it's
either
really
give
just
ourselves
us
way too
four
much
and
credit
our
or
crew.
hardly any credit.
But with
at all.
where we've done, with what we've done, and where we've gone, do we genuinely, like, full retrospective, not trying to get down on ourselves, like full real, could we have done better in the past?
Oh, yeah.
At this certain point, could we be in a better place if we would have done better in the past? And with that thought, whatever comes from that question, how could we use that to approach the future?
Great question.
Because it's hard, because hindsight is always 20/20,
I think
Not
we-
anymore,
Not
man.
anymore, we passed
Not
2020.
anymore.
No, I mean, no, hindsight.
He got my joke. Okay, sorry.
Wait, do you get what I'm saying,
Yes,
though?
I get it. I was making a joke.
I don't get the joke.
It's 2020. It's not a very good joke. It's really. Shut up. Just keep going.
We're off topic, guys. Eddie.
Jack, you can take it.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Hindsight.
What are we talking
jokes.
about?
yeah. I think we absolutely did the best that we could with what we had. I think, obviously, is there any, ways that we could have done better? Always.
Yeah,
There's
for sure.
always we wish we did better. I don't know that we could have set ourselves up better than we did goals. We set our goals, and I think we reached the goals. Minlu.
Were you raising your
Yeah, I don't
hand?
want to cut in the conversation, but I do want to know: Did you guys meet the goals for season 2?
Production wise, yes. I think
Post-production wise, no.
post-production wise, no.
I
and
can
that
tell.
that's
So
where
what
the
were the
biggest
go-
Wait,
that's where
what-
the biggest discouragement.
Remind
comes.
me, what were the post-production goals?
We were hoping to me and Jack were saying like 20,000 subscribers on YouTube by
we've
within
got
a
like
couple
what,
months.
5?
Oh man,
Dude, with how much content we uploaded to, and it's hard because you compare it to like my YouTube channel, just as an example, like not.
oh yeah.
Just saying, like, the growth on that compared to Boomin' is just so weird because, like, it's like I don't
It's
have
a
a budget
niche.
for that. We have a full budget for Boomin', a whole
Yeah.
crew and team.
Yeah. But even still with that, seeing that, I think it might be even like hoping, obviously, it's not just this slow, minuscule, still steady growth forever. I'm hoping that it's eventually like an exponential thing. And if we just keep crushing and we just keep cranking out content, eventually, somewhere, somehow, we get a spike.
Good clip.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I keep thinking of is if you think about all the content that's out there, I think that part of we would see exponential growth, I think, as a business and where our business can really thrive is by thinking completely outside of the game that everybody else is playing. What I mean by that is there is so much content out there these days, and what the majority of people's thought is there's so much content out there, but it's all crap. So we're gonna make the good thing, and people are gonna see that, and it's gonna stand out, and it's gonna be great. When in reality, there's a ton of content out there, and it's all great content.
So yes, by
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah.
There's great content, and so there keeps being more and more and more and more great content.
Yeah.
And so for us, that leads to the question is, do we want to just keep adding to all of this content that's out there, or do we find a way to play the game in there but also outside of there?
What do you mean by that?
So I've kind of had this theory the past couple months, ever since we stopped production of season 2, that I think this might be really stupid, but I just think that there is going to be a shift away from social media. Like I can foresee
Actually,
that.
I feel it too.
I feel like I was sick a couple weeks ago and I was on my phone. The last thing I wanted to do, I realized in that moment, I'm like, this is awful.
I've gotten to the point where I fully realize it's kind of an addiction at this point. Like,
It's like
I like catching up with my friends and seeing what they post, but it's now I like rarely get my friends' posts on my timeline. I have to
Same.
go
Yeah,
search
yeah.
for their profiles.
Same. And so my
And
thought
it's
is that
impossible to go unfollow a bunch of people. Like,
Oh.
it's so hard to do that.
yeah, my thought is that everything is a pendulum, and I think that we've gone so far in the social media direction, and I really can see things shifting back towards the in-person, do things in real life
Yeah.
side of things. Now that might be a couple of years down the line. I don't know how far it'll go, but that's just my own personal theory. That's what I feel when I go on social media, and I kind of feel that with other people.
Well, and you know what? I think that what's definitely might be pushing that is the fact that COVID, obviously, with that big work from home push and then the lockdowns and stuff, like with the direction that it was going, it felt like that was the height of it. Like
Yeah.
it really did.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it feels like since then it's been
That's so true.
a very steady but minuscule slowdown, and it might be, it might drop off at
100%.
some point.
100%.
Well, and like, I mean, majority of content in general too. Like, it's getting to the point where it's like you're just watching like people's like lucky funny moments, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
a lot of mine are like fail army type videos at this point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That go viral, or like these quick little funny videos with a little bit of text on it. You know, or memes turned into video. It's like there's not really like, obviously, of course, there's more influencers than ever, but there's not really like that group of influencers that there used to be. Like YouTube Rewind, they couldn't make that.
No,
now.
yeah.
There's way too many YouTubers that have millions of subscribers. They couldn't even make that now.
Yeah.
It's because nothing is iconic anymore, because it's just like The Incredibles when he's like, when everyone's
YouTube used
super,
to be a shared experience.
when everyone's super,
Nobody
will be.
Yeah.
And so I think that just a thought that I've had, if we're getting like super like peek behind the curtain here, and this is what we were going to talk about after this, is I think like our company can thrive. I think our company can completely explode if I'm not saying abandon the social media or like content side of things. It's not what I'm saying, because I think we definitely have a lot of skill in that area. But
And we have some traction there too. I think we're
some
gaining
traction.
traction, yeah.
But I think a key can be, if we can crack the code, if we can really come in and do things outside of the realm of social media where we're actually impacting people in real life. That's
Yeah.
a theory.
Now, how do we do that is the question.
That is where the question becomes.
yeah.
Well,
That's where the cookie
Do
crumbles.
you guys like, Jack? Do you believe in like quality over quantity
100%.
for over like social media? I do
100%.
think so too.
yeah.
100%.
And that's one thing that kind of makes it hard with the podcast is we try to give you guys a quality hour every week, but it's hard when we
Quality
only give
hour.
ourselves an hour every week. So who knows if that was like our best. If we were doing something like this every single day, we would at least like find the best time in the day where we're all in the best mood to perform, and then you guys would get the best, because a Monday night or a Sunday afternoon is not always when you're feeling
and that's
the best.
the most
exactly
energized.
That's exactly what
Stuff
happened
like
to
that.
Boomin' too. I mean, by the time we got to the end of the season, like we're just pumping stuff out.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where you're just pumping stuff out.
And
whether,
granted, we were in that rhythm by that point, but by the time you're getting in a rhythm, eventually it starts to drag.
And that's the thing. Like when I think of YouTube, like iconic stuff, I think of like, as crazy as it is, like Annoying Orange. I think of
That's
like the
iconic.
classic like
Rhett and Link.
Smosh, Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning. Like I think of like the powerhouse because they're iconic, because
Yeah.
they're like
Dude, perfect.
They were the first innovators. No one had made content like that before.
Yeah.
right.
It wasn't TV, but it wasn't. I don't know. what
Just like
else.
TV became, just like the Johnny Carson
Oh, no, here we
with
go.
3 channels, he was iconic because he was one of 3 channels. Rhett and Link were one of let's say 20 great YouTube channels at the time.
You know what it is? It's personality. It's what people like. People like personality. They like people or things in orange.
Also,
With
they're the
personality.
Also, they're like the first ones like at concept in that
Within the realm.
Yeah, within that.
Yeah.
So like TV was a whole realm, internet was a whole realm. I think both those realms have been maxed out, in my opinion. I think those realms are like
They certainly feel
maxed out.
Yeah.
Like
they have room to expand, and we know that, but with how saturated they are,
Well, dude,
they
the
might
fact
as
that I
well
could-
be.
I
maxed
could
out.
pull out my phone right now, click the plus button, and make a 15-second video that gets 1 billion views. You know what I mean? Given
Yeah.
the right circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that easy compared to like back then, dude. Like,
It's hard.
yeah,
that's
it
what I'm
is.
saying. Like, with our business, can we create our own realm? And that, like, if we are thinking of like mega impact, I think that's the mindset we have to think down. Otherwise, in 5 years, 10 years, social media is gonna be dying out, and it's gonna be so oversaturated.
Even YouTube.
I don't know. It's gonna be something else though. It's
gonna be
not
something else. It's not gonna be this thing where it's like we can keep playing the same game we're playing. Is my theory.
Yeah.
Well, even
you know?
ChatGPT servers are overloaded right now. You hear that?
Like
Like they might have to shut it down.
because there's too much on
Yeah.
there.
Too much people.
Yeah, I heard like their processors were literally melting or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode.
No, I'm just kidding.
guys, it's a very happy ending to this week's
Crazy.
episode.
I don't
Serious
think
ending.
it's a disappointing ending. I think it's a very intriguing.
It's something to ponder.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
something
want
we
you
gotta
guys to be
deep
thinking
in
about
thought
this too.
about.
Next time you pick up your phone and you see a video of a man eating Nutella,
ASMR
and then you
mukbang.
double click that.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of that.
It's hard because I mean we're literally making this to be uploaded to that exact same ecosystem.
We're part of the system, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, we're a part of the system, but like,
part of the ship, part of the crew.
but not because necessarily we want. It's not. We don't.
We're playing games we have to play right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Well,
Oh,
folks,
Well, folks, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to watch and stream and listen to full episodes of Daylight Boomin' on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Don't forget to go watch full episodes of Late Night Boomin' and catch the clips on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Daylight Boomin' is also on Instagram. Forgot to mention that. Jack is on Instagram. Eddie's on Instagram. Eddie's also on YouTube. Go check out Pop Off Vlogs.
Man Loose short film is coming out.
One short
in
film
a
coming out
year.
soon. Go follow him on Instagram, and then follow me on the places.
are you gonna put any of the
Timestrong
tags
that-
on here?
Actually, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes.
Just for this one episode.
So you just like when he sees this, he's like, "Crap! I actually gotta put it in."
Yeah, he's
Hey, I did the work.
I didn't to be like I forgot about that.
Thank you guys for watching.
I was in a
We'll
rush.
see you next week. Peace. Peace.